Okay, for our last review day, we're going to find some derivatives. Make sure to use your formula sheet. You get to use this on the semester exam. This is a difference of two different terms, so I can individually take the derivative of each piece. And the derivative of cosine is negative sine of x. So when I simplify this, negative 2 times negative 1 is positive. And again, I'm going to individually take the derivatives of each piece of the sum here. Derivative of sine of 2x. First, I need to find the derivative of just 2x. So u prime, derivative of 2x is 2. The derivative of sine is cosine of that angle. Plus, I'm going to do the same thing again. Derivative of 4x is 4. The derivative of cosine is negative sine of 4x. So when I multiply and simplify, 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 4 times negative 1 is negative 12. So for the derivative of ln, it's 1 over x squared plus 1 times the derivative of the inside. And that derivative is 2x. So my final answer is those two fractions multiplied together. We're going to do the same thing for number 4. 1 over e to the x plus 1 times the derivative of e to the x plus 1. Well, the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. So my final answer, e to the x over e to the x plus 1. Number 5, this is u, so u prime is 3. So my derivative is u prime cosine of u. Again, u here is e to the x, so u prime is e to the x still. So my derivative is e to the x cosine of e to the x. For number 7, we have to use chain rule. So y prime is 2 times 5 plus e to the x times the derivative of 5 plus e to the x. The derivative of 5 is 0. The derivative of e to the x is itself. So to write that, it's going to be 2 e to the x times 5 plus e to the x. For number 8, we can use our calculator. I'm going to graph e to the negative 2x. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And to use the draw, we're going to do second program, 5 for the tangent, and I want it at x equals 0, so I type 0, enter. And remember, the calculator just estimates, so I'm going to round this to negative 2x plus 1. And I'm going to add that to my picture. It's going to be tangent at 0 right here. So the tangent line for number 9, as long as we're careful with how we set this up, it's actually not too hard of a problem. If h of x is this product, that means h prime, and we're going to do a 4, is f prime of 4 times g of 4 plus f of 4 times g prime of 4. Now I'm going to use our givens to fill that in. F prime of 4 is 7. G of 4 is 2. F of 4 is 3. And G prime of 4 is 6. So 7 times 2 is 14. 6 times 3 is 18. We're going to add those two together, and we get 32. Do the same thing for part B, except now we're going to use the quotient rule. So if h of x is f of x divided by g of x, that means h prime of, and we're going to use 4 again, is g of 4 times the derivative of f of x, so f prime of 4, minus f of 4, g prime of 4, all over g of x, so g of 4 squared. Okay, so g of 4 is 2. F prime of 4 is 7. F of 4 is 3, and g prime of 4 is 6. Now g of 4 is 2, so here we're going to have 2 squared. So to simplify, 14 minus 18 divided by 4, that gives us negative 4 over 4. And we get negative 1 as our answer. Okay, the last problem is really similar. So g prime of 3 is f prime of 3 h of 3 plus f of 3 h prime of 3 using the product rule. I'm going to substitute in with what we're given. F prime of 3 is 4. H of 3 is 1. F of 3 is 5. And H prime of 3 is 3. So we've got 4 plus 15 equals 19. So the derivative of g of x, but we want it at 3, so g prime of 3, h prime of 3, f of 3, minus f prime of 3, h of 3, all over h of 3 squared. So h prime of 3 in our givens is 3. F of 3 is 5. F prime of 3 is 4. And h of 3 is 1. And using h of 3 again, all over 1 squared. Uh-oh. I didn't follow the quotient rule right, so we're going to start that all over again. I hope you were yelling at the video saying, "Wait, Miss Weiss, you messed up." Okay. It's the bottom times the derivative of the top times the top times the derivative of the bottom. All over plugging in the right numbers in the right order now. H of 3 is 1. That means I can put that in the denominator as well. F prime of 3 is 4. F of 3 is 5. And H prime of 3 is 3. So to simplify all this, we've got 4 minus 15 over 1. And that equals negative 11. So G prime of 3 is negative 11.